I could say in the Vikings series they had a good start. The cast was great throughout the whole series. I could say cast was good, but from the beginning, even it started so powerful. The set design, I loved it so much, but the series contains so many negative things in it, and gradually you could see even season by season the decrease of the series. You could observe it, and the story was so superficial. It was a disappointment, and the thing which was so negative for me, like the decision making of the characters, and also they tried to make it maybe unpredictable, like what happens next. Like for example, one character says something, and in the next minute, he does totally the opposite, and it happens again and again for many characters. So they try to maybe make it unpredictable, make it surprising for you, but it became stupid after some point. So you couldn't believe the characters anymore. And also, it's very important when you are making a project, especially a series, you should stick with the personality that you have for your characters in your mind as a writer. So, for example, even if that character is mysterious, it's okay to be mysterious. Like, even the characters can surprise himself throughout this story. But to make all the characters like this, it would be a weakness, I think, in your writing. Unfortunately, for Vikings, it happened that you couldn't believe any of the characters, and each one of them lost their meaning after a while. As the series was going, so you could notice that the personalities were not good defined, and the character development just lost its meaning, unfortunately. Like, for example, even there were things in the series you could see that one character they defined, something happened to it, but they didn't pursue it, or they tried to even kill the character. Yes, that's a solo show, Matt Barati. Yes, I know Persian language, by the way, because I'm Iranian. So, thank you guys, by the way, for your comments. So, for example, Floki. About Floki, it was a scene which was very beautiful about Seer, that Floki could be the new Seer. That scene was so beautiful. But I don't know what happened. I didn't even go through internet to understand why they changed their mind about it. But they didn't continue that storyline, and it was surprising for me. And what happened to Floki, that we decide like we don't just continue with him to be a seer. If he could be, that would be very interesting idea. And for example, the thing about Floki, since we mentioned him, for case of Floki, we know that this guy is actually very protective of his belief system. Like in general, they mention about religion and such stuff in the series, and they say that Floki all the time is very protective of his belief system. But suddenly, when he went to I don't know which country he went that time, but it was under control of Muslims. And suddenly he was surprised by the vibe he was getting from them. And then he wanted even to change his belief system suddenly just because of a sound that he heard. So, it didn't fit his character. If it happened to any of the other characters there, I could believe. And if, let's say, for example, it happened for him and he has changed, but it didn't again happen. Again, he returned to his own belief system after all that scenes they have shown us. So, I mean, they never just kept the character as it was, and they ruined all the characters in Viking series, unfortunately. And since we mentioned about their religion, we know that it was very important tool for each of those countries to unite their people using religion. It was the truth. It was the fact. in our history. And it was good that they mentioned anyway in the series. But you see how they played with it. Like they added some supernatural things about it, and they say, oh, maybe pagan gods are right, and at the same time, for example, a Christian God is right. At the same time, supernatural things happen. They are messing with your mind, and it was very bad idea to do those things and combine it with history. If you want to add supernatural things in your stories, it's fine. It's absolutely fine, but not to combine it with history of countries. So that part was really bad, and I think it decreased the level of the series. And in general, although it had some positive things about Vikings, I wouldn't suggest you to watch. Maybe first season, but in general, this is something that I regret that I spent my time for it. Maybe just first season was good enough.